the meeting of the special meeting of April 15th to order. And can we all stand for a pledge of allegiance, please?
I pledge allegiance
to
to the
the
flag
flag
of
of the United States of America
and to the
and to the
republic
republic
which
for
stands
which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
and justice
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And can I have roll call, please?
Ken Nelson,
Here.
Linda DeGray,
Here.
Virginia Higley,
Here.
Mary Scott is absent, Frank Alimo, absent, John Petronella,
Here.
Vinnie Grillo,
Here.
and Richard Suzak is here.
Okay, and moving on, discussion items, presentation on capital improvement projects, the 5-year plan.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Donald Nunes. I'm the Director of Public Works for the town of Enfield. And tonight I'm just going to go through what our capital projects that we have for right now that are part of this budget time, which you folks Lori's already sent that out to you, but I'm going to go through them very quick and I'm going to share my screen with everybody. And we will go through and we'll start. So we're going to be Higgins Park Playscape, there's going to be a lot of activity, as you may know, at Higgins Park. And the Playscape, we're breaking it up into different sections. So the Playscape is one project at $200,000. The walking path is another project. We're going to have a third of a mile track and a quarter of a mile track. That's going to be $638,200. There's going to be a basketball court where near the former skate park is right now. We're going to also be removing the soil pile next week. That's going to be $75,000. We're going to be purchasing the Alden Street Gymnasium for $250,000. As part of continued effort for other recreation in town, we're going to be putting in a splash pad at Parkman School, and that's going to be $100,000. Because we're going to be displacing the softball diamond at Town Hall or Higgins Park, we're going to be placing a new one in at Brainerd Park for $689,000. We're also going to be upgrading the baseball diamond for the varsity EHS team at Powder Hollow for $689,000. The police department is going to be $230,324 for 10 patrol vehicles. They're $66,000 per unit, but this is the cost of a 3-year leasing package that finance has put together. So the total value is going to be $660,000. But again, it's going to be leased, and that's our first share of that lease is $230,324. The police department is upgrading the 2008 dispatch system for right now. So this is the first installment of that project, which is $689,000. We'll also be replacing the track and the football field turf at EHS. This $689,000 will be the town share with Board of Ed chipping in some more for that to get this project done. There'll be $40,000 in the Middle Road Library community room. There could be an upgrade of rugs and carpeting and freshening up and kind of making it a little newer. We're doing a couple roof projects this year. The Hazardville Memorial School roof. Our net expenditure is $241,150. This is our share of the cost of that $689,000 because we'll be getting a 65% state reimbursement. So the net expenditure is $241,150 for both Hazardville and Eli. The South River Street Bridge. This will be the last appropriation for this project. Again, our net expenditure is $137,800 because we're getting an 80% reimbursement for the state. Orlando Drive culvert. That's finally will be. We have everything ready to go for this year, and our expenditure is a little different on this one. It's only 49.01% reimbursement, but again, that's still better than paying full cost, and that net expenditure is $351,321. We have $187,500 in architectural engineering services, which is used for all of our capital projects and any emergencies that pop up during the year, such as the fire at the casket company. We are programming $67,000 to remove the adult daycare to demolish it per our lease with the Enfield Housing Authority. We're going to be spending $40,397 on a Ventrac side machine. This is for a sidewalk. It replaces an old Steiner that B&G uses that is just no longer, it's functionally obsolete at this point. We're going to be replacing.
Frank Alimo.
Is now joining.
Hello, Ken?
Yes.
Okay, I'm in on my phone on voice only. I'm having a problem getting on the computer.
Okay, that's fine. Go ahead, Don.
Okay. We have $150,000 for a heavy duty truck lift. The current one is an Italian made from the 80s, and we have a kind of unique problem with this lately, is that when we lift the vehicle up, usually our trash trucks and other dump trucks, it tends to get stuck in the air, which is very problematic for getting it down the machine. So it's time. $20,000 for an electric. We'll have 2 electric vehicle charging stations that would be at Town Hall. There'll be 2 class 2 50 amp charging stations that'll be there. As part of our continuing efforts for crack sealing, we're going to, again, we'll be spending $50,000 this year in a program. And $610,000 is going to a well-deserved, well-needed, long overdue transfer station improvement, which is going to get a new scale house, actually water and sewer for staff, and upgrades to the scale, and actually going to be a second scale through there. So it's been long awaited and long overdue. There will be 2 electric cars that we are also purchasing in concert with obviously with the electric vehicle charging stations. This will be mainly used for town hall staff. This is the $150,000 will be our first installment for replacing our fuel tanks at DPW. Our DPW tanks are the last one that we have for the entire town, other than a smaller one at WPCF. The fuel tank at the EPD has been removed at its end of its life, and by deep standards, we have to remove it. And again, ours is due in 2024, and this is the first installment for it. There's $22,280 for the EPD for the voice recorder system. This is everything that has to do with all radio traffic over the airwaves and telephone that they record it, and this would be replaced. All of the police officer will be, all of their sidearms will be replaced for $24,000 due to it sounds really low, but they have a really great deal. Like apparently for when they trade, they're going to trade all theirs in and they'll get credit for it. So it's only an upcharge of $24,000 for all new Glock 9s for the EPD. The Joint Operations Center Phase 3 is $120,000. They're going to be continuing the Route 190 corridor, more cameras throughout Thompsonville and also at other key intersections. There'll be $12,000 spent for council chambers for upgrade technology there, along with $35,000 for audio enhancements in chambers. EMS will have a new chassis and ambulance remount. So they're going to be taking what we buy is a Dodge chassis, then we actually take the box, as it's called in the industry, to take the box and we put it on a new truck, and that includes a new stretcher and all those kind of things like that. And this is our share. The $43,000 is the one installment out of 5 because it's going to be a lease, and the total value of that one ambulance remounted is $195,000. So the total general fund capital that will be spent, that is part for this year, is $6,847,622. In water pollution control, which is a separate accounting system, we will be funding $200,000 to do a sewer relining program. It helps extend the life expectancy and is a lot easier on instead of digging up roadways, it's a lot quicker and cleaner. We have $100,000 in major sewer line reserves to replace it in case of catastrophes or emergencies. We'll be putting in $500,000 for our continual pump station upgrades and engineering. Their fuel tank is also going to nearing their end of its life, and this is the first installment to help replace the fuel tank over the next few years.
Is now exiting.
Okay,
The $75,000 is for access road rehabilitation, so there's plenty of sewer trunk lines that we cannot get to anymore because they're either overgrown or it's gonna help reestablish that, and that's what the purpose of that is. And we're gonna be putting in $200,000 in it for collection system in advance of road work. So once we know that if the referendum passes and we have roads that would have to be redone, we do it ahead of time so we don't dig it up afterwards. And water pollution control is a total of $1,100,000 for capital. And that is a quick one for all of our capital projects for this year.
Okay, thank you, Don.
Yeah.
Questions?
Nope.
Okay, I have a few myself. Is there a roads projects this year, Don?
So right now we're preparing for another roof referendum. So I'm so facility centric now. Yes, the roads referendum is targeting to go out in November this year. So the council has not decided on the value of that yet, but it has been in the works. There is a road list that has been compiled and is ready to go.
Okay, and then the Alden Avenue gym, does that include the land also?
Yes, there's, as far as I know, it's the gym and there's a couple little adjustments, things out there. So my understanding is, yes, it will be with that. It will have to be to make it work.
Right. The adult daycare facility, that's at the old Mark Twain School?
Yeah.
And we're only tearing down the adult day side of it?
Yes, we're leaving up the rest. That was built for whatever the lease was. So we're just taking down that and we're patching in that little foyer that connects the two right now.
Right. Okay. And then the electric charging stations that we're putting in,
Yep.
Will residents have access to them, or is it strictly town employees?
No, we're putting in for charging. You know, you can pay as you charge, however long you want to charge it for. So yes, there will be public access for them.
Okay. And then Enfield High School fields, you know, a lot of these things, the radio dispatch, all of this, I was part of changing all this, and it doesn't seem that long ago. We just did the fields. They're already, it's time to replace the turf and the track?
Yes, because depending on, there's many different warranty levels or quality levels of turf. You can get some with 10 years, 15, and is up to 20. That was a 10-year turf on that, so it's time. And the track it's getting beat up a little, and we keep trying to repair it, and it's not the same as, you know, the patches just aren't the same as what, you know, it's just time to redo it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, they look good. I think the town did a great job maintaining them, and
Yep.
yeah, I mean, you can't even tell they were patched. At least I haven't seen any. I like it. I think the council has done a lot for the community as a whole, trying to do recreational things to bring the community together and get them out of their house. God knows we've been locked up long enough, and I'm good with it.
This budget this capital budget really covers a lot for many departments, had a lot for everybody, you know, so everybody got, there's a lot to it, and which is really good. So we're all
right. And that's what I mean. They still found money to put in a lot of recreational stuff that the town is definitely needing. So, all right, I'm good. Thanks, Don.
Yep.
Anybody else? Okay, I don't see anybody else, so we don't have to vote on this. I believe it was just a presentation to us. And like I said, I think the town council did a great job. So.
Me too. So, all right.
All right, thanks, Don.
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay. That is it. Seeing nothing else on the agenda, I will entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved?
Motion's made by Mr. Suzak. Is there a second?
Second.
And seconded by Mr. Grillo. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, that's it. I will see everybody next Thursday.
All right.
Have a great night.
Good night,
Aye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.